Alright, so we're making a pretty good sized dent in our pile, but I wanted to show anybody out there that's kind of watches my show for the animals, chickens and the ducks and even our goose, our gander, have been very interested in the pile of rocks, which is kind of weird because they don't like pea gravel, which is what we have on the ground here. This is all brought in. There's almost 30 yards of it all over the property. But this is our first D1. This was an accident. We weren't really looking for D1, but my lovely wife had the awesome idea that we could put it out in the front. Since I don't think this stuff moves around quite as much. Not that the pea gravel moves around a lot now, but when it was, before it had rained, and I think it kind of sank into the soil a little bit, what soil we actually have, or something, I don't know. Something about raining made this stuff much more grounded into the driveway. Before, I would flatten this thing out like a Zen garden almost every night, because I love my tractor and I love working on my tractor. But after a while, I mean, even if the dogs walked on it, you could tell. And now, not so much. It's pretty well sunk into the driveway, and I don't even think I can back drag this smooth anymore. I think it kind of sank. But this stuff here, this stuff's going on the outside, but the chickens and, I mean, everybody, they just loved it. They were climbing it. I've got video and photos of them climbing it that I'd really like to upload because it's just really cute. In fact, Tom was goose of the hill this morning while I was taking the tire off. I think I took a video of him. I need to get that uploaded. It's really cute. But yeah, there's nothing in it. It's not like I put corn on it, and I'm pretty sure that seeds and stuff like that are not in it. It's just, it's a new thing in their habitat here, and birds are a little on the curious side. Most of my chickens, I doubt that I give them 20% of their intake, so they have to forage for it. And it's not like they don't have the room to do so. In fact, we, at one point in time, had about 45 birds out here. Not all of them were chickens, but most of them were. We had some ducks, and we didn't have any intention of eating the ducks, but they kind of were being a bit of a menace to the female duck. We just got straight run, which means nobody checked what sex the bird is. We sell them to you for a little cheaper. Of course, you can buy all males, and those are even cheaper. And it seems as if maybe somebody did check to some degree, because we've bought, I want to say, 10 birds that were straight run from Tractor Supply, and we've got one female. And most of the rest of the ducks, they were just exhausting the female to the point where it looked like she might die, and then they were exhausting the smaller males in the same fashion. And so we had to break that gang up a little bit, and so we cooked and ate a couple of our ducks. And they're actually really well behaved now. We've got 4 of them. It's 3 males and 1 female. But they're not so exhausting, is the word I'm going to continue to use here. It was getting to the point where we were pretty sure they were going to kill the female. So yeah, we stepped in and ate some ducks there, just to make sure that nothing got wasted, but, you know, to save another bird's life. And it actually turned out they were very, very delicious. And so we've had a couple more since then. Always the ones that cause problems, never the ones that are pretty chill and friendly and at least nice to the girl and the other birds on the ranch. They are definitely our smallest bird out here. The Muscovies look like they're about the same size as a larger male Peking duck. They are not. They are very, very dense. They don't have the fluff that a duck does. They're and you can see them doing their little Muscovy moot thing. They're really cute. They wag their tail and they kind of like extend their neck and put their head down, and then they wag their tail. It's really cute. But they're very dense birds. If you are out there and you're looking for something similar to a duck that you can actually get some meat off of without it being way more calories to prepare the animal than you're gonna get from eating the animal, then Muscovies are your thing. I actually don't know what they taste like. They're all so dang friendly. I don't anticipate eating any of ours unless something really bad happens, I guess. The chickens are in the same boat. It doesn't seem like you would want to eat a hen. They're not big, and these are big chickens, at least for hatchery stock. I've seen some farm ones that get ginormous where they actually select for larger birds over many years, and that could probably work. But roosters might be worth it. I think that is the darkness, and you can kind of see that's a pretty good sized bird. He's not done growing, and he's already that big. That's a lot bigger than the hens get. The males are probably twice the weight and almost twice the physical volume and size. Tom might also be worth it, but if you're looking to get drumsticks out of a waterfowl, you're going to be very sad. They do not grow drumsticks like chickens do, and the chickens that I grow don't grow drumsticks like the ones you buy in the supermarket. There's lots of meat on them. Ones in the supermarket. The ones that we get out here, even our biggest one would probably make a drumstick that thick at its thickest. Maybe a little wider. Nothing like you would get at a store. They are, however, different tasting. They are very yummy, if a little pliable, because I don't keep them all in one place, and that's how you make very soft meat. Ours are kind of rubbery, but they're very tasty. We've ate a couple of them as well. Same reasons. Pulling feathers out of hens until they have bloody backs. We don't tolerate that on the ranch. So if the roosters do that, they get eaten. They're probably worth the effort. The hens absolutely aren't. We've not had a hen yet, and I don't plan on it. I don't see any reason to do so. They're really not here to eat. They're not even here for us to eat their eggs, although that is a side effect. They're here to remove bugs and kind of clean the yard up. And I've found that they are really good at vacuuming your yard. So if you have a lot of leaf litter, so we have these trees right here. They're oaks. This is an oak. That's an oak right there. They drop acorns like you wouldn't frickin' believe. The ground out here in some places before I got the chickens was nothing but acorns that deep. The leaves seem to break down pretty good season over season, but the acorns don't. And if they don't find purchase in the ground, they just sit on it. And so we had just these layers of acorns that were insanely thick. We don't have that anymore. The chickens fixed that. They love acorns. And so we got rid of that problem. And that was really helpful. And that's definitely, if you're in a place where you have problems like that, if you lived in California or something like that, and you have a lot of leaf litter that needs to get broken down, say to reduce your fire vulnerability. I mean, chickens, dude, they have really fixed that problem for me. And to boot, so I have all this area in the front of my property over here where I have got a multitude of trees, and when I came out here, it was acorns and leaves just, stacked. And what they do is, first of all, they eat the acorns, like I said, but they also mix the soil and the leaves up, and it's really cut down. Like, I could actually step back there in the little forest that I've got between me and the road there, and I could slip because the leaves were they were stacked, and they just kind of didn't want to stay on top of each other, so the whole thing would slip and I would move a little bit, and it was kind of an unnerving feeling. I'd never done that before. But the chickens, they'll dig their little scratch holes in the soil, looking for bugs and seeds and stuff and all that stuff, and they've mixed it so that the leaves and anything else that gets kind of caught in there is mixed in with dirt. And it's solidified that layer, and it's actually broken down much easier that way, almost like they're composting my yard in the front. And it's something that, you never hear anybody say that they're doing, and they do this. This is a thing. I can't love it enough. It's so awesome that I've got these animals that really worked for me out here, like as in you know, I'm employing them, and all I do is feed them and make sure nothing eats them, unless it's me. And I don't do it very much. It's been a hell of a ride with what they're doing, and they don't do very many things that I don't like, and they do a lot of things that I do like, so there's no reason for me to get rid of them or eat them or, you know, anything like that. Although I did order some more surprises that we're gonna start featuring here. I have a incubator coming and a heat plate, and hopefully my brother will decide to come over this weekend, and we're gonna go get some wood, and I'm gonna set up a chicken baby factory, and we're going to start having chicks as often as I can. I'm kind of down to a very few amount of birds, but I'd like to get back up to where I was and maybe even a little higher. I think we could probably support 100 or 2 chickens out here, just on the area that I can keep a close eye on. And I don't think I'll have to increase their forage very much, especially in seasons like this. You can see that they're out there, they're on the lawn, they're eating the grass. They're nipping my grass to keep it kind of low, and that works really, really well for me. And so we're gonna do, hopefully this year we'll have the money to do a little soil remediation out there on the lawn. What I really want to do is lift it up a few inches, maybe a foot, and that should make it so grass is much more capable of taking root and staying on the yard. And I'm gonna have to do a lot of work to get there, and chief among those is I'm gonna need to run water over there, so we're gonna have a sprinkler system. So this is a big year. Goodbye 2020, you were not very fun. I thought I was gonna have a lot of fun with 2022, since, you know, 2020 vision, that's what I've got. But man, 2020, I barely got to use that. It was all about stupid stuff happening instead. All right, let's get this pile moved.